Good morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America. And hello to anyone watching on replay. I'm Nancy Hetker. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. And I come here live every Wednesday morning to share a new project with you. I've got a couple of things to show you today. First off, I wanted to just show you a quick peek at cards for my August card class. If you are anywhere in the world and would like to get the PDF tutorial for making these cards, that is available on my website, nancysniftynotes.com. So nancysniftynotes.com. And yeah, you are welcome to purchase and download that tutorial and play along with us. Well, Saturday afternoon Australia time, so evening other places. If you wanted to cut your own cardstock, I've got measurements in inches and in centimeters, and you can substitute any supplies that you have in your own stash and create along with us. But here's a double Z fold card featuring the Boho Indigo kit. This one's using Ornate Garden, another fun fold. That one's got some flowers for every season and some forever gold and forever greenery elements to it. This one's got Peony Garden, and this one is also forever greenery. So those are the cards in this month's kit. If you're in Australia, each month I do offer a kit available that I can post out to you if you want to play along that way. Otherwise, I do have just the written tutorial available on my website. So today, I just got my new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine yesterday, and I'm going to walk through that a little bit and then make a card or two using it. So here is the actual machine, and it's beautiful, and it's solid, but like I said, it's nice and compact because these fold up and then they fold down, so you have a nice solid platform to work on. The handle is very nice. I'm looking to see how well you can see all of this. I'm gonna raise up my camera a bit so you can see a bit more. Sorry for the shakiness as we get started here. To unscrew a little bit. Let's see how that goes. And there is a almost 30-second delay on the Facebook, so I need to wait and see the picture. Yeah, that's better. And then it comes in the package, it comes with these 4 plates, so you're ready to play right out of the bat. This is the base plate, and they have numbered all of them. 1, and then number 2, that's for using the thin metal dies. And then there are 2 of number 3. These are the clear plates that we are used to. And in fact, I compared them to the clear plates that I used on my Big Shot, and they are identical. So if you have Big Shot plates, you can use them in this. And then this is number 4, and it is, you don't use either of the clear plates, you just use this with the 3D dies. So, and the nice thing is that here are the sandwiches. It tells you exactly what to do for each thing. So for die cutting, you use 2 of the clear number 3s, this thin number 2, and the number 1. So 1, 2, 3. For Regular embossing folders, you use number 1 and 2 of the number 3s. And then for the 3D embossing folders, you use 1 and 4. So they make it really easy. The numbers are on there, and it's a slick deal. The handle is nice and solid, and you'll see it all cranks through really, really nicely. I'm going to move that out of the way for just a second while we do a little prep. So this is, I'm going to do a couple versions of this card that I'm casing from Su Mohr, and I'll have all of that in the blog post tomorrow. But this one does die cutting and embossing, and I thought it was a fun one to make to show off stuff. Hi Roseanne, glad you could join me. And it's a square card, and this works in metric or inches. In inches it would be 4 1/4 by 8 1/2 scored in the middle, and here in metric it's 10 1/2 by 21 scored in the middle. So we're gonna prep some cardstock for that. And I like to start by doing that middle score. And then I can cut. Now, on letter size cardstock, you will also be able to get 2 cards like I am. There's 1. And 2. But because the letter cardstock is shorter, you won't have so much left over, and you won't be able to, I'm going to be able to get my triangles out of this, but you're not going to be able to on out of a letter card. You'll have to get another piece to cut these triangles. So I'm going to bring the cut and emboss back in, and platform 1, platform 2, and the sandwich to cut. And so this is from the right triangles. This is the largest of the right triangle dies, and I can just get them on here. Now this platform number 1 is not magnetic. They are coming out with a magnetic platform. Just not yet, but that's okay. This seems to be doing well holding. If you're having trouble with dies moving, you can use a Post-it note or a piece of washi tape. And it was just nice and smooth and easy. And I have one beautifully cut, stitched triangle there. Can you see that? I will bring the camera back down in a little bit. Right now I want you to be able to see how smooth and easy this is. And I should be able to get this one on here. If I turn it just so. Can't see what I'm doing, but here we go. Well, I have, voila, there's another one cut. And then one of them I'm going to emboss. So I have, come here. This is the Ornate Floral 3D. So I need to unload plates numbers 3 and bring in plate number 4. Put that on, really, you can go any old way on this one. put hinge through first. Oh, why? Oh, I know why. Take off plate number 2. Just 1 and 4. There we go, like butter. And there we go, beautiful, beautifully embossed. Can you see that? Now we're going to do some die cutting again. Yeah, you can see that. Okay. So there's that. This is a strip of the, what is it, rainbow glitter paper. And I'm going to find an interesting kind of place to cut. And I'm using from the poppies dies. I'm gonna cut here, I think. Gets me a couple different colors. And on the back of this, I have gone ahead and put a strip of adhesive sheets. They are awesome for things like this. Move those out of the way. And what I decided to do on the first one I made, I'm going to do it again here, is I turned it over, and this, I'm using some press and seal to hold primarily these petal cutouts in place, because I have an idea for those. So then I'm going to lift that off and set that aside for the moment. And then somewhere here, there we go. Cut black center. And again, this has adhesive sheet on the back, which is going to make it much easier to put together. And I need one of the solid poppies in vellum. So there we go. Okay, I think that's what I needed. I'm actually going to go ahead, while I have it here, the cut and emboss, I'm going to take another piece of black. Poppy outline. This one I'm not particularly worried about the black petals. And I'm going to bring this back. center. And one thing I really like is that I'm not having to go back and forth a couple different times, even though I have this backing sheet on, the adhesive sheets. I like that it's getting through both layers with no issue whatsoever. Okay, there's that. And again, while I have the machine right here, I'll do one more. No, let's think about that. I need one more triangle. Okay, can anyone see my triangle die? I didn't put it back on here, and that was a mistake. Oh, there it is. Come here, come here, come here. So one thing that I've noticed just in the last, less than 24 hours that I've used this is it's much more forgiving if your plates are not perfectly straight. It's got some room there so that if your plates aren't straight, it's not pushing them and putting things off whack, which is nice. And then we'll do the 3D embossing one more time. On there. Feel free to say hello if you've just joined us. I'm showing off my new cut and emboss machine and what it can do. Putting together a couple of cards. One of the things I was showing is that all of these plates are really nicely numbered for us so that we can see what we're doing. So 2, 3, 4, and then the base plate is number 1. And that all comes in the box ready to go, which is great. Okay, I'm gonna lower this back down so you can see me actually doing the card. Am I going to get the magnetic base? I don't know. I think I'm going to have several months to work with this to see how I go. If I'm finding that I'm having trouble, I just realized I haven't tried die cutting stamped images, which is oftentimes where you want it to stay very, very precisely. So I'll see if that's an issue and how much that affects what I'm doing. Now what they have said is that it's going to be a solid magnet, which if it is pretty awesome, because the one that we've been using with the Big Shot is our series of round magnets placed, and they can pull the die, which can wind up being more frustrating than useful. So I'm curious to see what they come out with. There's the On Stage at Home in November, and I have a feeling they're going to show it to us on there. If you're a demonstrator, you can sign up for that 2.5-day online conference. That's just, the registration for that is just opened up. I got signed up right away for that. Okay, so I'm going to stamp my sentiment, and I pulled this one out of Beauty Abounds. But you could do all kinds of things. I'm going to try to find a birthday one that fits on there nicely. because I'm still doing lots of birthday cards. I'm doing lots of birthday cards and lots of just sort of general reaching out to people cards right now. Hey Gladys, good to see you. And then because these are going to go together in a square, I'm going with my old friend sticky tape or scotch tape. I just find for things it's just nice to have them stuck together, and then I don't have to be playing with them when there's ink or glue involved with them sticking in the wrong place. I don't know, can you see how really nicely cut and embossed those are? I mean, there's no little edge shred things. Look how nice and deeply embossed that is. I'm really pleased with that machine. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this on my square card base, and see, I can just work with it as one square piece and not be worrying that I'm going to get something stuck down and not get it lined up. So I'm going to offset it to the side here. Really, not get it. There we go. And then bring in, remember I cut this one out of the rainbow, what do they call it? Rainbow glimmer paper? Really should look up and see what it's called, but it'll be on the blog. And I've got it on this press and seal so that I can leave the petals in place, because I'm going to do a twofer, because this paper is just too pretty to throw away for the most part. And then I'm going to bring in my vellum poppy for the backer part. And remember, I've got the adhesive sheet on the back, so I don't have to deal with glue for this. I just need to deal with getting it peeled off. There we go. And getting it lined up right. There we go. So this is being stuck down onto a piece of vellum cut out with the solid of the poppy die. So there's the edge of the petals that I cut out, and there's the solid, and there's the center. There's my triangle. And once I have that stuck down, just to make sure it's going to stay, I kind of burnish it with my bone folder on the back side. It just gets a good seal with that adhesive. Here we go. And then I have the black center here. And again, I cut it out with the adhesive on the back. Always a good thing. Again, I'm just gonna rub that into place. Here we go. That's ready to go on there. Let me grab my dimensionals. I'm going to use minis to get them onto some of these spots here. There we go. So there's one. And then I've got another one that I cut pieces out for. We're gonna try the reverse this time. Oh, I know what I didn't cut. Let me get that. Bring this back in again, get rid of the folder. Okay, so I need 1, 2, and 3. There we go. And some Whisper White. 1, 2, and 3, but not number 4. And we're gonna cut out one of the solid poppies again. That's the first time I've heard it crack like that. Which doesn't alarm me because I'm used to it, but I haven't been hearing it on this one. Okay, so now I'm gonna bring this back in. And in fact, I'm going to grab a second piece as I think this through. Okay. Again, this is press and seal, and it's kind of like Post-it note plastic wrap. And I don't tend to use it for food stuff, but I love it for paper crafting. Okay, so now I've got that this way. And I'm going to put on the black outline. These are really, really pretty quick and easy to do for their punch. You may see me doing some more of these tomorrow, same time, on our Zoom crafting session. I hope you guys will join me. We're gonna spend a couple hours just stamping our own, making our own craft projects, whatever they are, and then we're gonna inlay those. So now I know which way they're gonna go. I'm gonna pull the backings off. I'm just holding them down to make sure as I pull off the backings, I'm not moving them. The press and seal just makes it easier. I mean, I could sit there and figure out which ones are which, but it just keeps them in place and makes it easier. Oh, I'm gonna set that one aside. We'll set that one separately. Should make it easier. Now they're sticky. Okay, let's see what we got here. That one's good. Good. that. And this one will just set entirely. So these are not bad to set in if you had them loose, but then if they weren't all laid out, you'd have to spend a little time figuring out which one went where. There we go. And then I cut the center from another part of the glimmer paper. Make it a little contrasty. There we go. And let's do some burnishing. Make sure everything stays down. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do this same way again. I'm just gonna do a for you once more. You see, I can line that up straight, and I've tested this one. I know this one's straight on its spot there. Good, Roseanne, I'm glad you're going to be there tomorrow. And again, we'll give it a little bit of tape. This one I can just go wild with dimensionals because can't see through it. How fun is that? Okay. I like both of those. I don't know about you. So, that is what I prepared for you guys today. Hope you enjoy that. And I hope you join me tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the morning Melbourne time. So same time as you show up for Facebook Live. If you join me live, wherever you are, it's going to be on Zoom. The Zoom meeting ID is on my blog at nancysniftynotes.com. Bring whatever project you want to, or just hang out with us. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow. And if not then next week right here on Facebook. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.